Hello everyone, welcome back to Lecture Cards. So the Asian Pacific Math Olympiad 2026 took place in March earlier this year. But the problems just recently came out, I think during the first day of the APMO. So let us take a look at the first problem, which is a very interesting looking number theory problem right here. Now without further ado, let us take a look at the problem statement. Okay, so problem 1 is a number theory problem as I mentioned. The statement is short and sweet as follows. Find all quadruples of positive integers APMO with O greater than or equal to 2 such that A factorial plus P factorial equals M to the O plus 26. Okay, so a very cute looking problem, very creative that they managed to use APMO in this very interesting looking equation. So let us try and solve the problem. Now, I'll go straight into the solution. Because covering the motivation pretty much will give you the solution as well. So in this case, it turns out that we want to actually break down into cases, right? And firstly, we'll assume that A is less than or equal to P. At the end, you can just remember to exchange the A and P to get the full set of answers. Okay, normally you will start with if A equals 1, what happens, right? And then work your way through starting from the simple case. But it turns out that actually in this case A equals 1 is a very annoying case. So we are actually going to start with A bigger than or equal to 4. And in this case, you'll already be able to see the key idea of the solution that will be used over and over again. So when A is bigger than or equal to 4, what happens? Well, so we have this is even. P is bigger than or equal to A, right? So P is bigger than or equal to 4 as well. So again, this is also even. 26 is even. So 2 divides M. Now O is greater than or equal to 2. So M to the O is divisible by 4. Okay. Then what does this tell us? Now if we take mod 4, see this has 2 and 4 inside the factorial. So this is divisible by 4. This is divisible by 4. M to the O is divisible by 4. So you have 0 congruent to 2 mod 4, which is a contradiction. So there is no solution in this case. Yeah, a very simple idea. But this trick that you see here will be used in different variations across the solution. Okay, so A greater than or equal to 4, you see it is actually a very easy case because when your factorials are big, you have a lot of factors inside it. So you know how to take modulus. So that kind of makes sense why A the larger A values are like easier. So let's continue, but this time take a look at A equals to 3. Okay, so when A equals to 3, let us so this is 6, right? So let us rewrite the equation. It is now like this. Now remember P is greater than or equal to A for our assumption here. So well, I mean clearly you need to be P need to be at least 4 before you can even beat 20, right? So let's start with P equals 4 and see what happens. Okay, when P equals 4, you need M to the 0 be 4. And okay, 4 can be written as 2 squared. So the only way 4 can be written as M to the O with O greater than or equal to 2 is 2 to the 2. And so this is a valid solution. Okay, so just remember and put this aside. P equals 5. Then we have 120 here. So M to the O is 100. And again, the only way to write this as M to the O is 10 squared. So again, this is a valid solution. So let's put this aside as well. Okay, then how about P greater than or equal to 6? This is where we want to use the trick that we saw in the previous slide. So to do that, right, you notice, okay, this is like divisible by 5, right? So let's think about analyzing that using 5 as the factor. Okay, so P factorial, P bigger than or equal to 6, right? So 5 is inside here. So this is divisible by 5. 20 is divisible by 5. So M is divisible by 5. So M to the O, because O is bigger than or equal to 2, is divisible by 25. So you want to take mod 25 and get a contradiction. But this only works if P is bigger than or equal to 10. Right? You need, if you want this to also be divisible by 25, you need at least the 5 and the 10 to appear in the P factorial part. So P bigger than or equal to 10. Yes, in this case, you can take mod 25. You get this 0, this 0, this 20, 0 congruent 20, contradiction. So we settled the huge chunk of cases here. How about 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Okay, so this is where let's do a further analysis first. Again, using the same trick. Because here, 20 is also divisible by 2 and divisible by 4, not just 5, right? So let's look at the factor of 2. So it turns out here we need O bigger than or equal to 3. You will see why. So if O is bigger than or equal to 3, then okay, same thing, this is even. So M is divisible by 2. If O is bigger than 3, then 8 is a factor of M to the O, right? So now you can take mod 8. This part contains 2, 4, and 6 inside the factorial. So definitely divisible by 8. This divisible by 8. This only divisible by 4. So if you take mod 8 0 congruent to 4, contradiction. Yeah, so by the way, that's why I needed the O greater than or equal to 3 here to get my contradiction. Because this is not just divisible by 2, it's divisible by 4. So to get a contradiction, you better make sure you take mod 8 instead of just mod 4. Yeah, so that's kind of the motivation. And you see, okay, so now I eliminated this case, so O must be 2. So what happens if O equals to 2? I mean, this is just M squared, right? And P is 6, 7, 8, 9, you just bash. So you just check. If P equals 6, 7, 8, and 9, you calculate P factorial minus 20, is it a square? Well, all these are not squares. And in case you're not familiar with the squares, it's also very easy to see why. Because if a square ends with 0, it must end with 0, 0. So immediately this is eliminated, this is eliminated. And if it ends with 0, 0, you can just cancel that and check, is 403 a square? No. Is 7 a square? No. Okay, so definitely all these are not squares. Okay, so there's no solution here as well. Okay, so we settled the A equals to 3 case. And now let's take a look at A equals to 2. Now A equals to 2, thankfully, is very easy. You just need to apply the trick that we have been using. Okay, so firstly, if A equals to 2, the equation becomes this. And let's see, when P needs to be at least 5 in order to beat the 24 here. So let's start with P equals 5. In this case, you can directly see, okay, M to the O must be 96, which cannot be written as M to the O with O greater than or equal to 2. Okay, how about P greater than or equal to 6? So what happens is, now this is divisible by, is 8 times 3, right? 8 seems to be a huge power of 2. We don't want to really mess around with it. So let's take a look at 3. So same analysis as before. 3 divides this P factorial, 3 divides 24, so 3 divides M. And O is greater than or equal to 2, so 9 divides M to the O. So if you take mod 9, you have 0, 0, and 6. So 0 congruent 6, contradiction. So there's no solution in this case. Yeah, so by the way, this informs you, like once you settle this, then you realize, oh, I need to check P equals to 5 separately. So that's why, like, we have to, check this by hand. But P greater than or equal to 6, you can use this argument. Okay, so lastly, A equals to 1. So ironically, this was the hardest case. I spent half of my solving time on this done case. So let's take a look. A equals to 1. So the equation becomes this. And same thing, P must be at least 5 in order to beat 25. So let's try and work our way up what happens if P is at least 5. Okay, so first thing we want to try and do is, turns out, it's actually not easy to just work your way through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so you see why? Because if you want to apply the same trick as we have been doing before, right? If you look at 25, 25 is 5 squared. So we want to analyze 5 as a factor, right? But if we want to get a contradiction based on analogy of what I've been doing before, we better make sure O is at least 3. So that, because here is 5 squared, if you end up taking mod 25, you're not going to get contradiction. You must take mod 1 to 5, then you get 0 congruent to 25 as the contradiction. So let's try to eliminate the case O equals to 2 first. Okay, so if O equals to 2, in fact, if O is even, but I just need to check O equals to 2, what happens? So this is a square. So a square under mod 4 is 0 or 1. So plus 25, you'll get congruent to 1 or 2 mod 4. But P factorial, because P is greater than or equal to 5, is congruent to 0 mod 4. Okay, so there's definitely no solution for O equals to 2. So therefore, O is greater than or equal to 3, which is now looking good, because then we can try and get the 5 cubed here and get our contradiction. Okay, so let's follow our nose. So M is divisible by 5 because P is at least 5, right? So P factorial divisible by 5, 25 divisible by 5, so M divisible by 5. So M to the O divisible by 1 to 5. Okay. Thankfully, we can get rid of a number of P cases here first before we even use our logic. So because we have m to the o is divided by 25, this is divided by 25, so p factorial is divided by 25, which means p must be at least 10. Even better than p must be at least 5. So we have made some improvement. Then what is the contradiction trick that we have been using? Yeah, so basically we want to take mod 1 to 5 and get the contradiction, but in order for us to be able to do that, we need p at least to be 15 first, so that we have 5, 10, and 15 appearing in p factorial. So here, under mod 1 to 5 now, this is 0, this is 0 because of what we found earlier, and 25 is here, so 0 congruent to 25, contradiction. Okay, so now we have the 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 to check for. Yeah, so by the way, this is like a bonus that we found. If not, you have to check 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which is crazy, right? So thankfully, because of the observation here, we only need to check 10 to 14 inclusive. And this is actually quite easy. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's brute force, but basically the question here is p factorial congruent to 25 mod 1 to 5? Because this is 0, right? Congruent to 0 mod 1 to 5. So if p factorial is not congruent to 25, then we'll get the contradiction. So, and this is not too hard to check because 10 factorial ends with 800, right? So 800 mod 1 to 5 is 50. Then you just times 11, times 12, times 13, times 14. So all these are not congruent to 25, and therefore there are no solutions here. So yeah, this finished a equals 1, and in summary, these are our solutions. They are all with the a equals to 3 case, but remember, I assume a less than or equal to p, but then you need to then flip and get the complete set of solutions. So these are the 4 solutions that we have. Yeah, so that's it for APMO problem 1. And I mean, APMO has 5 problems in a 4-hour duration, whereas the IMO have 3 problems for 4.5 hours. And I think this problem 1 seems to be harder than this year's IMO problem 1. Yeah, so what do you think of the question? I mean, it's straightforward, it's cute, but the solution seems to be a bit some parts seems to be a bit tedious or a bit ugly or difficult to get. So let me know in the comment section below what you think. Stay tuned on the channel. I will be covering more APMO problems. Thanks for watching.